Troll Nation, welcome back to Telesplashgaming. I'm Chris, and today I've got a special guest, my little big brother Colton. We have both been investing some time in the game that is Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, quick backstory, he and a friend of mine, Jesse, were the ones that convinced me to play the first one last year. Glad I did, could not wait for this one. Got it opening night, didn't play it until Friday night, and I've got about 10 hours in. How many hours you got in, Colton?
Probably not that many. Probably like half as many. Five, six.
In some games, 10 hours is like halfway through the game or more. 10 hours in this game is literally nothing but the intro and the tutorials. So real quick, in a couple of words, what do you think of it so far?
The vastness of the world, I guess you could say, is just, even when the opening cinematics, when they have you rescuing John Marston and you're going up that hill and they tell you to flip on that other cinematic view, it just shows you the beauty of the game.
Yeah.
And I don't think many other games capture that quickly. Like I remember Last of Us with the giraffe. That was the biggest thing, just walking around through that open street and seeing the giraffe. That was like halfway through that game. But that's when I knew that I needed to start paying attention to more like the background and the details. Yeah. Just the amount of stuff that you don't see in other games, I guess. This game brings to the table just the amount of little detail in the snow, and the water looks really good compared to almost every other game, but that's probably the only thing that they kind of just, water's just a hard overall thing for, I think, developers to even put into games, just the amount of movement it creates and puts onto a system. Yeah, no,
it's impressive. I mean, for me, if you're looking at buying this game or you just want to get an overview in a nutshell, this is a game worth buying. There is literally so many mini games in this game that if you are a gambler and all you want to do is play blackjack, then just buy this game. You can play blackjack all day. If you want to find the next best Cabela's big game hunting game, this is it. It's better than Cabela's hunting. I mean, there is so much stuff. If you just want to go around and be a rebel, this is the game. If you want to be a lawman and help out the law, this is the game. So this has so many other games within the actual main story, and that's what I love about it. And it's definitely a game worth buying. The reviews you've seen online when they're giving 10s and 9s, they're warranted. It is a true, I don't know too many people that are going to hate it. I heard a few things on the controls initially, and I was kind of skeptical because I was like, well, I could see like Rockstar doesn't always have the best in the controls, but I've been happy with them. I think the controls are pretty good. It's a huge learning curve. I mean, I thought in the beginning that the shooting was bad, and I said, I hate the shooting in this game. I couldn't stand it. And some people may not, but then Colton, who's playing it on Xbox, said, are you tapping L2? Well, if you're targeted on someone, you can tap L2 and your reticle kind of moves to the next guy. And that's just something that I had no idea. The tutorial didn't really tell you that. So the biggest learning curve for, I think, most players is going to be the vastness of the controls. There is so many button combinations to do so many things, but as I've gotten more and more hours into it, it's become easier and easier to do.
That's true. I think the biggest thing is I'm not a Grand Theft Auto 5 player, or like I was never a big fan of Grand Theft Auto as any of the series. I don't think I've even put more than 10 hours into even the Grand Theft Auto 5. I bought it when it came out, but the controls for that is, I think it's identical to what Red Dead Redemption is, but this game is just, I enjoy it just a lot more. I think the biggest thing with the controls is everyone's used to just the basic, just first-person shooter controls. Yeah. Call of Duty, Battlefield, they're all pretty universal, whereas this one flips it up, and you're no longer just, I don't know, there's a lot more like, you can play the game how you want. You can sneak around, you can press R1, you can jump to different things, you can be a gunslinger and just do Deadeye the entire time. The controls really just kind of open up what the RPG of the actual game is. That's what's really drawing me into this, and it's just, you can do whatever you want, which leads into, like, the biggest thing that me and Chris we've already talked about it was, I'm gonna go to do the absolute worst things I can do in every situation.
He's the Sith.
Like, I'm gonna be the Sith of, like, what is it? What's that, Last Republic? No, the Old Republic.
The Old Republic, yeah.
I always wanted to be the Sith. I always would go to the Sith. Like, I always enjoy just doing the bad things because I know I would never do those things in my real life. So it's fun just to be able to throw those guys in that caboose and have your group leave and just like, okay, start the train, and then I walk in there and pull the knife out and I get some extra,
so for me,
$2.
Like, I typically play a little bit nicer. I love the Sith, I love the dark side, but in gaming I usually played a little more like how I am as a person, so I typically want to help people. So it's funny, as we're both playing this, and he's playing on Xbox, I'm on PlayStation, and I talked to him about a mission, and he's like, oh yeah, I killed those guys. And I was like, oh, I let him live. Or
it was it's when that one guy, you're in Valentine, I think, and the guy's like, oh, weren't you in Blackwater a couple weeks ago? And he like books it off. Chris is over there helping the guy up, talking to him. I saw him over the ledge, and I just pulled my sawed-off shotgun and blasted him, watched him fall off the cliff, so I didn't have to deal with that anymore.
And that's what makes it so fun, is there's such the play styles. We're literally playing the same exact game, we can do the same exact mission and have completely different results. And being only 10 hours in, we don't know what those results are going to end up like in 20 hours and 30. This guy that I saved may come back and help me, or I might have to form my own militia. I don't know exactly, but it's funny because you just don't know the repercussions. I do know right away that when I walk into a city, they're not quite as disappointed in me as they are in him. He walks in, everybody cowers and hides and says negative things. I'm a little bit more like, hey, how's it going? Except when I pull a gun in the gun store.
First thing he does is go to Valentine and accidentally pull a gun out on the gunsmith, and he remembered that from the first 10 seconds.
Like, and it was an accident. I was just still learning the buttons, and I pressed my R2 button, and it pulled out the gun real quick. And I was like, uh-oh. And the guy's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you, mister, or something like that. And from then on, I can't walk in there. And he was so nice and so friendly. And now I go in, he's like, hurry up. I don't like you. Hurry up. I don't trust you for nothing. So it's kind of funny. Like, nobody forgets, and I really love that. And then my brother-in-law, he came over just to play the tutorial, like the first 2 hours, and he put the game 100% into first-person mode.
Will not play a third person. We got him. What'd you get him? Metal Gear Solid 5?
Metal Gear Solid 5.
He wouldn't play more than 10 minutes of it because he was like, I hate this third person. I can't do anything. First thing he does over here, and I've only played in third person, or since like the beginning. I would never play this in first person because I like to see everything. But if you go through first person, you get every mission like it's brand new. Like you don't just from but when you're tying the strings up on the
dynamite.
You take the dynamite string and you tie it up to the whatever. You literally see him cut it and like tie it up. Whereas the third person, I wasn't paying attention to that, but you see everything. It's not a cheesy like cut off for first person, like to go from third to first, but it's just
like there's an equal like amount of fun for everybody with their play style. Like my brother-in-law, he did first person, and watching him, I didn't like it. Like, but it was cool because like I said, there was stuff that you got to see from that first person that I never saw from the third person point of view, and same for him. So it was kind of interesting to see, like, we both have our own play styles, and then we saw a third person's version, and he did the first person. So third person's perspective on the game in first person viewing. And I actually said, like, wow, this could be an interesting VR game. Like, I didn't think about Red Dead as a VR game, but after watching my brother-in-law play it 100% in third person so far, or in first person, I'm sorry, I was like, this could be a perfect VR game. And the coolest thing about it, like I said, is that you can tell they put time into the development. I mean, nothing goes like unnoticed. I mean, everything, the footprints in the snow, from the actual horses, their scrotums are hanging, bouncing all over the place in the summer, and it's warm. In the winter, they're sucked up. So it's just stuff like that where you're like, okay, like that wasn't even necessary. I would have never noticed it.
Yeah.
But I did now. And
the amount of comments on Facebook and YouTube about the scrotums are
it's impressive. I'm impressed by the amount of ball gazers we have out there.
it's
but
awesome.
I mean, it's so cool. In the game, you know, as far as it goes, if you're not a third person fan, then play it in first person. If you're not a Western fan, but you're an open world fan, play the game. If you like Skyrim and you want something different, play Red Dead. It really gives you so much. And is it for every single person? Maybe not. There's probably people that aren't going to like it, but for most people, I feel like this game is literally going to be the game of the year, the game they remember. And
it's going to be insane.
For someone who's constantly making videos and having to capture gameplay, this is a terrible game for me because I want to get Deadeye in my eyeballs for real because I'm going to play it so much. Like, I'm looking for a cornea transplant here after this because I want to invest all my time into this game, and I need to make other videos, and I need to play their games, and I cannot wait to go out and just capture the legendary beast. And there's fishing. There is so many
30
things.
different fish you can fish.
30 fish. I mean, and there's treasure maps. I mean, I'm only 10 hours in, and I've got a list of things to do that is longer than most gameplay sessions that I've even had through 20 games. I mean, it's just, you know, and there's certain things in the game that I don't like. Like, I don't want to play, you know, Five Finger Fillet or whatever it is. I played it for a second. I was like, it's not that much fun. But somebody like might love those games where it's like the rhythm game, the motion. And I'm not a big like blackjack fan, but someone might seriously spend a whole day playing blackjack and just
grinding money,
making money. And for me, like, I'm much more into the, I want to go find the animals. I want to hunt down all the legendary animals. So that's like kind of fun for me.
Just the introduction to the bear was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not giving. There's no spoilers, but there is a. In the beginning, you actually go on a mission that's pretty much mandatory.
To unlock the rest of, like, it's the first, you wouldn't have even known, like, obviously Red Dead Redemption had the legendary beasts and whatever they were called back then, but, which was, you expected them to be in this one. But this game actually like throws you these missions to introduce you to each of them. Like it builds up to like set you on that path if you want to. Like you could drop the rest of the game and go hunt those 29 beasts if you wanted to. It's gonna be hard because you need a bigger rifle, and I don't think we've unlocked anything that good yet.
No, I just actually did this treasure map and got some gold bars. It took me hours, and I'm hoping to use it to buy a better weapon because I want to go hunt these animals, but I'm trying to hunt these animals like a bow and like a 6-shooter, so it's not working out real well for me. I keep getting mauled by the grizzlies. So it's really fun. The game is impressive in every aspect. The gameplay, the graphics are some of the best I've seen on the system. It has to rival The Witcher when it comes to the graphics on the PS4. I have the Pro on a 4K TV and it looks incredible. He's playing on the Xbox and it looks great. So to me, it's one of those games that I feel like it's a system seller, and fortunately it's on both systems. I do feel bad for the Nintendo fans out there.
Not even that. Computer fans.
Although,
could you imagine this on a computer?
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it soon enough. But I think that it's a game that everybody could play, and I think 90% of people are gonna absolutely love it. And
it's true.
I mean, between drinking bourbon to fill your health, smoking cigars. I mean, there's just so many small things involved that if they did a tutorial, it would literally take hours. So you just kind of have to learn the basics through the tutorial, and then the rest of it you just kind of learn by error. I mean, one of the things that we figured out was there's a mode called cinematic mode where you can close up the screen, it puts the black bars on the top and the bottom, and if you have a waypoint set, it will actually take you to that waypoint, almost like fast traveling, but it takes just as long if you're going, but you can let the controller down and watch it like a movie. And
you can still get ambushed, so you gotta watch the screen. You can't just leave it, because I mean, this guy got first mission in right after leaving the first camp. He got his horse stolen and abandoned in the middle of the
nice guys
forest.
finish last. That's this guy's like, hey mister, help me out here. So I was like, okay, I roll up my horse. He's like, this'll take just a second. And he just grabs me, tosses me off my horse, and he takes off. And it's the winter.
Oh, we were heading to the... What were we doing?
I'm heading to a certain lake to find a treasure map.
No, we were gonna kill that first bounty, and the treasure map was under his bed.
Yeah, under his bed. And so basically I'm going in there, I'm walking without my horse. My saddle ends up being a mile down the road. I ended up, I think, just dying and starting the mission over because it was way too much work. But it was really fun to like see that because it was so unexpected. And I think that's the biggest thing is that there are so many...
changes your entire route of your thing. Like, I mean, you got abandoned and he took your saddle, and your saddle was dropped off 200 yards ahead and you had to go find it. You didn't have guns, and if you wouldn't have switched into your snow gear, you'd have been screwed, which was...
I know, I had snow gear on. That's the other thing. There's like Like I said, not enough time to talk about everything, but there's different outfits, facial hair, haircuts. I mean, they really did not leave any stone unturned when it came to development of this game. I mean, there's always something they could have done better, but I don't feel like they really left much on the table when it came to creating this. And for fans, like, it's fantastic. For other game developers, it's rough because to match something like this...
to compete against something that's...
like, any open world game will literally be put up against The Witcher and Red Dead Redemption at this point because those are some of the best ones, and I just don't know what they're going to do. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's great. I just wish Rockstar would put these out every year because it is so good. But,
would be.
Yeah, I mean, and they haven't even done... I think there's going to be an online mode, but... that's down the road, no time for that. But I'm really excited to see what's happening, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, what are any last kind of comments from you?
Not really. I think the only complaints I saw online were about the movement and like how long it took to unlock the fast travel, but I don't think I didn't even know you could do the cinematic mode and send your thing on the waypoint. Like, I think there's just a couple little like hints and like tricks that just kind of make the game like go a little bit more seamless and like easier, because there is just so much to accomplish that you can get, like, just leaving the first camp and like going to a town, you're going to be throwing just question marks on your map, and there's going to be just all these random things, and you're going to get so distracted that I think that the biggest thing is I'm just going to get lost for hours just trying to figure something. Like,
I mean, I'm
skipping the main missions and
I'm 10 hours in. I mean, I'm 10 hours in, but like, if someone just wanted to go right to where I was, they're only a few hours away. Like, I've spent so much time traveling for treasure, doing a bounty, running around the countryside, just looking. I mean, when you're riding, it's incredible. Like, it's incredible. Like, I don't want to, beat the dead horse.
I know.
But the game is that good. I mean, I had high expectations for it, and it blew my expectations out of the water. Like, I need to go play. Like, I need to sleep tonight because I have jiu-jitsu practice in the morning, and I have to go to work, and I'm like, I want to play. I want to get like 4 hours of sleep, and my only regret would be getting, 4, because I'd rather get 3 so I can play longer.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna
But-
go home and probably put
Yeah,
a couple
so
hours in
He's
after
in
this.
the grind. I'm gonna probably edit this video and get it out so I can get it out sooner than later. But anyway, guys, if you're looking to play Red Dead Redemption 2, $60 for a new game is a lot, but this game is
Paying
so
$1
much
for
more.
every hour you're gonna take to even beat the game.
$1 per hour just to beat the main story, I think, and
Is well worth it.
I think you can at least get a couple hundred hours in. I mean, if you're a completionist, have fun with this one.
It's an actual world.
So with that being said, keep rolling, keep trolling, hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.